You know I'm not messing about when the leather jacket comes out. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is titled Self-Improvement Guide, How to Fix Your Life. Without any further delays, let's get straight into it. Point number 1, gain clarity. What is it that you want? Most people today wake up and they go through the motions. They're just coasting. They have no plan. They have no destination, no definitive goal. They're surviving month to month, paycheck to paycheck, usually in a job they hate. And they start to resent themselves because of it. They know they shouldn't be in this job, but they've sort of settled, and that's point number 2, for a crap life. Okay, someone at some point told them, James, you've got a kid now. Come on, stop talking all this nonsense about wanting to start your own business and do this. And most of these people listen to those people that say those things. And they're like, you know what? Maybe you're right, Mum. What was I thinking? Okay? And they settle for a crap life. But going back to point number 1, gain clarity, journal. Buy a journal and start writing down the things that bring you a lot of joy. You know, when you start talking about them, you start smiling. Those things. And then start to figure out, how can I turn this thing that clearly I'm interested in and I can talk about for hours, how can I turn this thing into an opportunity for me to make money? Because we live in the greatest era to be an entrepreneur in history, to make money. Now, I'm not saying everybody has to be the next Mark Zuckerberg. No, if you enjoy your job, terrific. Ignore these first 2 tips, okay? But identify the thing that brings you joy and start figuring out ways where you can start to make money from those things, okay? Point number 3, we've just mentioned point number 2. Point number 3 is defeat your obsession for instant gratification. You want things today. Instead of doing the work and going out there and meeting a great woman, no, you resort to watching explicit content. That's instant gratification, and that's another one of my tips, which I'll touch on in just a second. You know, you reward yourself without having earned your rewards. Now, I'm not saying that you have to grind 24/7, because I don't believe in this hustle culture where you can never give yourself a break. But what I'm saying is, if you're constantly pleasuring yourself without anything done, without any work being done, without any progress being done, then you're teaching your brain to constantly drown in pleasure. Now, if you enjoy yourself here and there, if you go out to a concert here and there, if you purchase a nice bag for yourself here and there, that's okay. But if you're constantly doing those things, you have bad spending habits, you're getting yourself into debt, that's instant gratification. You want things that you can't afford, and you want them now. Okay? So defeat your obsession with instant gratification. Point number 4, which ties into the previous point, stop watching explicit content. And this applies to the women and the men. It's a dark, dark road to go down. Okay? It will ruin you spiritually, watching this content. You will not respect yourself. You will not like yourself once you go down that road. You will be spiritually unhealthy. You will be physically unhealthy. I mean, there are so many consequences to watching explicit content. More for the men. At least we're talking physical consequences. You can't get it up. You finish too soon. Plus, it creates an unhealthy dynamic as well. You start to see physical intercourse in a different way, which can often lead to problems in your relationship, because you start seeing physical intercourse being done in a way that's just not realistic, being done in a manner which is quite rapey, if I'm honest with you. I mean, it's a dark, dark industry. Okay, I can talk about this in a separate video, but cut it out. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel like you've removed chains off your shoulders. Okay, there's nothing wrong with enjoying, you know what I'm saying, a nice orgasm, but do that in real life, not all over yourself. I mean, that's kind of tragic, if you ask me. Seeing your own reflection in the laptop screen, you know, when it goes dark for a second and you look at yourself and you're like, who am I? Who are you? Okay, that's tragic. So cut it out, cut out the explicit content. You will feel much better about yourself, and you will remove that anxiety and stress that it causes as well. Because if you're in your room 24/7, you don't go out, you don't meet anyone, all you're doing is just constantly pleasuring yourself. When you do actually meet people in real life, you're a shell of your former self. You almost have to learn how to interact with people again. So there's so many consequences to it, which I'll touch on in other videos as well. Number 5, delete social media and dating apps. That also ties to my previous point of instant gratification. Okay, instead of doing the work and meeting people in real life. Now look, listen, I know that they've helped many people form great relationships. So, I mean, there's good and bad, but the bad outweighs the good with dating apps especially, okay? Social media can also be draining, okay? Because what we do is we look at other people's lives and we start comparing. Oh, she's doing so much better than me. He's doing terrifically and I'm here. He's younger than me and he's out here living life, and you start to become very resentful towards those people. And then you almost don't recognize yourself anymore. Why have I changed into a hater? I was never a hater before. You know, and you start to feel anxious because you feel behind. Most of the lifestyles that you see on social media are not real. They're not genuine. Okay, a lot of people can very easily fake their lifestyles. Rent cars, purchase fake money, throw it on a bed, take a picture, hire models to appear, you know, behind them in the swimming pool. Okay, you can even fake being in a private jet now. You find somewhere, you sit down, take a picture, and go home without being in an actual private jet. It's just a room. Okay? So, delete social media from time to time. It will help you. Altogether. If you don't have any business reason for it, I mean, the only reason I use it is for the sake of business. But even I am tempted to delete it completely. At least Instagram. Okay, because I just don't like the way this app, I don't like the way it works, the algorithm and what it pushes out. It's not healthy, okay? Point number 6, work on improving your relationships with other people. I value human relationships, and a lot of people neglect their human relationships because they work too long. When I say work too long, I mean they have no balance in their life. They're always working, and what I preach on my channel is conquering every area of your life as a man, okay? And if you're a woman and you're watching this will also help you as well. Don't be that person who has a lot of money, but his kids hate him because he's never there. His wife hates him. Okay, take care of your human relationships. You need it as a man. As a human being, even if you're a woman, you need that. It's important to you. I mean, what good is the money if you're 60 years old and your kids aren't around you because you weren't there growing up? They all grew up and they started resenting you and they never decided to show up for your birthdays. And I mean, is that a fulfilling life? Your wife divorces you because you never give her any time. Okay? There's a saying by Jim Rohn, when you work, work. When you play, play. Don't mix the two. Okay? When you're with your family, put your phone away. Stop taking business calls. Sit there. Enjoy the time with your father, especially if he's old. You're with your mother, especially if she's old. Okay? One day they will not be here. And you will look back and you'll be like, damn, I took overtime, you know, over my own parents when I didn't need to. Maybe you had the money, you weren't. I mean, occasionally from time to time in life, you may have periods where you need to work longer. That's okay. But some people always work, even when they don't need to. And they sacrifice going to weddings, to their child's birthday party or whatever. They sacrifice all of that just to make a bit of extra money. Human relationships are valuable. Okay? And then finally, hit the gym and eat clean. This is self-explanatory. I always talk about this, and I think it's important to repeat yourself because new people come onto these videos who may have not seen my other videos. So eat clean. You are what you eat. Okay? Clean up your system. Move your body. When you stay still for long periods of time, you start to disintegrate, essentially. If you don't use it, you lose it. Okay, and you know, you boys know what I'm talking about. You don't go to the gym for 3 days, you feel like you're an absolute beginner when you go back in. Okay, you're rusty. So when you actually take care of your body, you go to the gym, you lift heavy shit, you run, you feel incredible. Especially after a run, the blood's pumping through me, I feel phenomenal, okay? So eat clean and take care of your body. I mean, if you can't afford a gym membership, go outside, do some pull-ups in the park, push-ups. Okay, I know someone's going to say, I don't have the money for a gym membership. That's okay. You can still go outside and run. Okay? Cut out the fried chicken. You don't need to eat it every day. Here and there, okay, I preach balance, but not every day. Don't eat the donuts every day, because it's very easy to add the calories, but it's very hard to get rid of them. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. You go to the gym, you've been running for like half an hour and you barely burn any calories, but it took you 2 minutes to eat 2 Krispy Kreme donuts, and that's hundreds of calories. Okay, anyways, hopefully this video has helped you guys. If it has, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Comment, let me know what you think of this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.